everyone, it is me Peep Peep and welcome to After Hours, a FNaF fan game about Sun and Moon. I'm very excited because I remember seeing this a while ago, and it seems to be out now, so let's play it! What is your name? Oh, this is so cute already! My name is Jeremy. Oh, I love the art. It is! Oh, it's so cute! That's me. The distant sounds. Jeremy? Vanessa's in the game? Jeremy, wake up. No sleeping on the job. Oh, she's so pretty. I jolt awake, a bright light in my eyes, and someone's hand on my shoulder. While I block it out with my arm, Vanessa finally turns off her flashlight and lightly scoffs in annoyance. How long was I asleep at this table? Lowering my arm, I have a small toolbox in front of me, and my phone is resting where I had laid my head down. Its shape is probably imprinted onto my face right now. Good lord, Jeremy. When was the last time you slept? I don't know. Vanessa sighs. Whatever, no one's here but us anyway. I'll keep quiet if you do your job, right? Yeah, sure. Alright, get to it. Vanessa walks off as I stand up and stretch, feeling my joints pop when I raise my arms above my head. Deciding not to waste any more time, I pick up my toolbox and phone before heading through the massive doors leading into the daycare. The daycare's bright lights and rainbow colors are practically blinding compared to the rest of the pizza Plex. Or maybe I just haven't fully woken up yet. Time to get this over with. I open up a panel behind the desk and cringe at the mess of wires in the wall. As much as I wish I could, I can't rush through this. I'll have to deal with each generator one at a time. Whatever. If it means I get to go to sleep sooner, I'll do it. Click the end of each table in the correct order to proceed. Okay. 1. Wait, I don't understand. Oh! Oh, okay. This is kind of weird. Oh, I have to click the end of it. Oh. Standing back up, I stretch again, palms on the back. Standing up, I stretch again, palms on my back as I let out a tired sigh. You know, I do like that it's different than normal visual novels. I think that's really cool. I like that. That is, until I hear the faint sound of what I think are gears and other mechanical bits turning, followed by something landing in the ball pit near the back. I'm pretty sure it's just a daycare attendant. After all, they should be the only other thing in here, and the small stage leading to the other room into their room is directly above the ball pit. Not that I know a lot about them, the staff hasn't said much. And since I'm still new here, I haven't even met them yet, nor have I met the other animatronics like the Glamrocks or DJ. Most of the robots I've gotten acquainted with have been the staff bots all over the building. I start walking to the ball pit, scanning it for signs of movement as I stand on the edge. We're gonna get pulled in. That is until... So cute! Oh, hey there, friend. I don't remember seeing you around. Are you new here? Something or someone jumps in front of me, and I'm suddenly lifted off the ground. Before I can even answer, I notice his eyes turn a light blue color, scanning me. I'm stunned into silence, staring at the robot in front of me as he steps out of the ball pit, holding me from underneath my arms as if I weigh nothing. Yeah? What's that sun mean? Oh, that's so fun! It's not every day I see a new member of staff here. It's pretty empty when the kids all go home, you know? I'll definitely have to get used to how energetic this guy seems. He finally sets me back down, making sure I'm able to stand on both feet before letting go. Thanks, and yeah, I'm new here. I'm just finishing out my first week, actually. Your first week? Your first week? Yeah, phone guy. Nothing. Oh, and how's that been? Good, I hope. Yeah, it's gone pretty smoothly so far. I start walking back to the desk, but the tall robot decides to follow me. Without That'd be so funny doing your job and there's just a robot talking to you about your day. It's like, okay, cool, why not? By the way, could you tell me your preferred name? My name's Sun, but people come up with all sorts of nicknames. Like Sunny, Sunray, Sundew. Some of the kids even call me Sundrop, like the candy. Oh, not gonna lie, I thought your name was Sundrop until now. Oh, that's fine. A lot of people do that, and the name kind of stuck over time, which is fine by me. Cool. My preferred name is Jeremy, by the way. It's true and in real life. Well, it's great to meet you, Jeremy. I can't help but smile a bit. But duty calls, so I make my way to one of the computers on the desk. Why not the bathroom? You say duty calls. Usually that means bathroom. I can faintly see his face reflected on the screen as he watches what I'm doing. What you need the lights off for? I have to test all the generators in here to make sure they're working. Whoever messed with them last time left them a mess, so I have to do it one at a time. Considering how wordy he's been so far, such a short answer tells me something's up. Then again, I just met the guy. I could be overanalyzing. I mean, he is a robot. What do you think, buddy? Something wrong? Oh, we had another sun. Maybe this is like the good path or something. No, just notice how tired you look. That's all. I'll be right back. Gonna get something for ya. What? Why? Just something to help carry you through the night. Judging by how many wires and generators you have to deal with, I have a feeling you might be here for a while. Fair enough. Sun smiles before walking off somewhere. I put in the command to turn off the power in the daycare. The music once playing from the speakers on the ceiling comes to a halt. Silence blanketing over the massive daycare as the computer screens become my only light source. That's so creepy. Removing my flashlight from my belt, I turn it on as I start making my way towards the play structures, since that's where the generators are located for some reason. It's eerily quiet as I try finding the structure with the first generator. The lack of true ambience forces my footsteps to echo. The glowing red lights of one of the generators enters my sight, so I continue on. Somewhere above me, I hear gears turning. I shine my flashlight toward the ceiling, only to see nothing there. Sun? I flinch at the noise, frantically shining my light to see what's there. That didn't sound like Sun. Sun, are you there? What? Oh my gosh! Like his design. I've dropped my flashlight and I'm sitting on the ground after stumbling back from being startled. In front of me is the robot I've seen on the Moondrop posters, giggling hysterically. He seems proud of himself. I sigh, pick up my flashlight, and get back to continue what I was doing. Well, if I wasn't awake before, I definitely am now. He finally stops laughing after I say that. He makes a noise that sounds like he's clearing his throat before he starts to follow me. Sorry for the scare. I couldn't help myself. Sure. I take the first path into the play structure I see, hoping to find the first generator sooner rather than later. You're going the wrong way. Oh, am I? I turn around as his arms cross as he leans against the structure. Yep, I could lead you to the generator if that makes you feel better. Oh my gosh, I love you. You're not mean like how you are in a game. Which makes sense because a lot of times there's like theories behind that, whatever, but I still think it's cool. I think about it for a second. If this guy's anything like Sun, hopefully he actually means what he says. Fine. I crawl back out of the structure, and he starts leading me to a different path. He clearly knows his way around, since we find the generator rather easily. There you go. He sits beside me as I go to turn on, his glowing red eyes watching me as I do my job. Maybe it's just me, but don't you think those red eyes are kind of intimidating for a daycare attendant? Yes, I've been told that before. It was a bug that made them look like this, but that's been resolved. The red eyes stuck, but they're not hurting anyone. Fair enough, the red eye does look kind of cool with the blue and white. Why, thank you. I roll my eyes, a faint smile on my face. Now that I think about it, I never told you my name, did I? I already know. It's Jeremy. Oh, did Sun tell you? In a way, we're technically the same. You two do look similar. Yes, but that's not all of it. We're two different people, but we share the same body, which means I could see and hear everything happening while you and Sunny meet. Oh, so does that mean Sun can still see and hear too? Yes, of course. He says hello. Oh, it's so cute. Hello! Moon laughs a bit, leaning back against the wall of the structure. Look how cute this is. Oh, the art is so good. I do think you should continue with that job of yours, though. Right, on it. I love how a robot, I just think it's so funny, because, like, obviously they're, like, sentient to a certain degree, but it's just, like, thinking of a robot while you're working, like, you should probably get back to work. Like, excuse me? Focusing back on the generator, I flip the switch and watch as the red light on the device turns green. Well, it looks like that works. I flip it again before making my way back out of the structure, and I hear Moon following close behind. Standing up straight, I attach my flashlight to my belt before stretching my arms above my head. I sigh, arms dropping back to my sides as I go to turn the lights on from the desk. I hear the lights turn back on and the music of the daycare starts playing as I turn around and flinch at the sight of Sun already there, smiling brightly. Hello again! Hey, so you two just switch out whenever you need to? Nope, it depends on whether the lights are on or not. I'm in charge when the lights are on, and Mooney's in charge when they're off. I still don't like that he decides to scare you, though. Weirdly enough, the sight of him irritated with his arms crossed is weirdly enduring. Hey, don't worry about that. I'm over it. Sun just pouts, turning his head away from me. I smile at the sight. Why do they keep the generators in there anyway? Don't you think it would be kind of dangerous to keep the generators in a place kids would be playing in? Oh, well, it's just a temporary thing. They've kind of been out of commission, so thankfully they couldn't hurt anyone anyway. And when exactly are these things getting removed? Sun looks like he's about to respond, but goes silent for a minute. I can literally hear the gear turning in his head. Imagine if we were like that, like you just hear us thinking. So it's like, I know you're not thinking, your gears aren't turning. He just shrugs. Well, isn't that reassuring? I turn back to the desk so I can keep track of my progress. On it is a short checklist to keep track of how each generator is working. Oh, this is so cute! I start looking around for a pen when Sun sticks his hand in front of my face, holding one with a cute little dinosaur on the cap. Give it to me. Here you go! I smile at the gesture, taking the pen so I can mark my progress. Thanks. Alright, here we go again. I go back to the cables, sighing at the tangled mess I still have to deal with. Here we go. Okay, so, no. This is There's one. And that's not two. This is two. Nope, that's two. No, that was so wrong. Perfect. So fun. I stand up and take a look at my work. Time to do it all again, I guess. As I goes to turn the light off again, I hear music blasting from somewhere else, which is weird since usually the radio is off when the pizza place is closed for the night. Any idea what that music is? That's the DJ. He makes his own music, so it's not out of the ordinary to hear it during the night when everyone's gone home. I'd love to be friends with him, but I'm too busy to leave this place most of the time. Really? Yep. When was the last time you left this place? Okay, well technically I've never left. But every hour when the power gets rerouted, Mooney goes on patrol around the Pizzaplex to make sure we don't get any intruders. He says the DJ makes for good company. I rub my eyes, feeling my lack of sleep catching up with me again. The stress of a new job is really taking a toll on my sleep schedule, I think. Why do they need Moon to patrol the place? Isn't that what the staff bots are for? The staff bots help alert Moon to anything or anyone that shouldn't be there. I let out a yawn as I go back to the computer. That's cool. Switching the lights off, the daycare once again descends into mostly silence. I hear gears whirling behind me as Mooney hums silently. Still tired, Jamie? Oh boy, what gave that away? You look like you're going to pass out. I wish I could. I hear Moon step away for a minute. Yawning again, I take my flashlight off my belt as I start to approach the play structures, stopping once I'm a few feet away from the desk. I wait for Moon to come back, since I have a feeling I'll get lost if he doesn't help me with finding the other generators. Hearing the sound of gears whirling above me, I point my flashlight toward the ceiling. He's easier to find this time, probably because he's not trying to startle me again. He lowers himself to the floor, a long cable hooked onto his back from the ceiling, so that's how he flies around the place? There you are. Here, take this. He holds out an already opened soda can for me to take. He took a sip! A grape flavored fizzy fizz, to be specific. Oh, I like grape soda. I want some. Thanks. No problem. Sonny meant to get it for you earlier. But I had something different in mind. What is that face for? I'm scared. Not me blushing. I'm just kidding. Maybe. Anyways, he has a smug grin on his face. Yeah, you decided to scare me half to death. Come on, live a little. Oh my gosh, I love your face. You're so cute. I roll my eyes as take a long sip of the carbonated heart attack in a can. Checking the watch in my other hand, I see it's already nearing 1 in the morning. For the hour I've spent awake, I've gotten surprisingly little done. Great. You want to help me with the other generators or what? Moon's expression didn't change. He just stares at me for a moment before speaking. You sound exhausted. I am exhausted. Shouldn't you take a break then? I take another sip of soda, raising an eyebrow. And do what? Well, I have my hourly patrol to take care of. You could always tag along. You know what? Yeah, sure. I think that means he likes us. Just as long as Vanessa doesn't see me, I guess. Moon's smile grew ever so slightly at my statement, but it seems like more of a genuine smile than his gremlin look from earlier. I doubt that'll happen. This pizza place is a big place, so the chances of her running into us are rather small. I know, but still. Trust me, it won't happen. Besides, you need to take it easy for a while. You look like you'll pass out if you stand here for too long. I'd love to, if I didn't have a job to do. The cable's still attached to his back. Moon hovers ever so slightly above the ground before approaching me. Not right now, you don't. Oh my gosh, so cute! Without another word, Moon wraps his arms around my torso before the cable lifts him up at least 40 feet above the ground. Dude, this is awesome. Holy! Panicked, I cling onto him as I stare at the ground far beneath us. Moon doesn't seem to react, simply navigating through the air, carrying me with him. Isn't that so cool? Ugh, I want this to happen. Don't worry, I won't drop you. I hope not. Please don't. You better not. Moon clearly knows this place like the back of his hand, because it only takes around a few minutes for us to reach the atrium, with the giant holograms of the Glamrock still active despite the pizza Plex being closed for the night. We pass over a few security bots who pay us no mind. Occasionally, one will look up at us and then continue on with the same blank expression as every other bot. I eventually start to get used to being this high off the ground. Moon says nothing as he scans the area for intruders, thankfully seeing nothing out of the ordinary. And then we see Gregory. Moon lands on a railing on the 3rd floor of the atrium, likely about to change directions and head somewhere else. Oh! That is, until an alarm starts blaring from one of his speakers and he suddenly turns to look in a different direction. Hopping off the railing, Moon sets me down before hovering off the ground again. Stay here, one of the staff bots alerted me to an intruder. Before I can get another word in, Moon leaves, pushing off the railing to give himself a boost as he flies off. Sighing, I look up when I see another staff bot looking at me, seemingly confused. Just guessing by the way it stops and tilts its head when it sees me. It's hard to tell what these guys are thinking and when they basically can't emote. You'll tell me if Vanessa's nearby, right? The bot stares. I stare back. I nod in understanding before going to sit in one of the booths at L Chips. Staring at the menu on the other side of the small restaurant, I remember something important. I haven't eaten anything since, this morning? Maybe that's also why I feel so out of it. If only I could inhale the pictures of food on the wall. I try the next best thing and search behind the counter but for basically anything that's edible. I find an unopened bag of nachos. Good enough. I head back to the booth, opening the bag of chips and eating my makeshift lunch. Peering back into the atrium, the bot isn't there anymore. From where I'm sitting, it looks like the number of staff bots around seem pretty sparse in general. Maybe they're gone to wherever Moon is, not that I know where he went anyway. I don't think much of it, simply continuing to fuel up on chips while listening to the drownings, the dawn, to the drowning ambience of the many bright lights in the atrium. I keep saying that word wrong. I can feel my ears ringing from the silence. That and the sound of me eating the chips alone becomes definitely loud. The lack of ambience is almost unbearable. Standing up, I go to throw away my now emptied chip bag. One hand on my head as my vision goes blurry for a moment. Walking back to the railing, I lean against it, looking down and squeezing my eyes shut as I try to quell this nauseating feeling. When I open them again, my vision is still fading in and out, while a strange red overlay seems to wash over what little I'm still able to see. Stumbling back, I look around for one of the staff bots for help, disoriented by whatever is happening to me. But instead of the staff bot, oh my gosh! I was not expecting to see her. What I vaguely see approaching me from the right is a gray humanoid silhouette, and two bright red eyes fixated on me. Startled, I make a run for the stairs, hoping to find a staff bot somewhere nearby. My vision still hasn't fixed itself. In fact, it's gotten worse as I misstep and tumble down the first short flight of stairs. I force myself back up, using the railing for support before something grabs my back of my shirt. Fight back? I let go and try to swing at whoever grabbed me, missing due to the disorienting vision. I bump into the other railing before being dragged back up the stairs by one of my arms, my attacker having an iron grip on it. No! Looking up, I see someone clad in a gray rabbit costume, bright red eyes staring down at me with an eerily large, unmoving black grin. Let go, you bastard! The sound of my voice completely drowned out by the strange sound in my ears. The face of the person fading in and out as my sight continues to worsen by the second. Reduced to a rag doll, it gets harder and harder for me to try and escape as I'm dragged back into L-chips. The ringing is overpowered by the sound of my own heart pounding in my head. We're nearing the kitchen at the back of the small restaurant, blocked off by a metal door. I'm running out of time. I try kicking my attacker, but they seem unfazed, using just one arm to drag me back as the other one wields a large kitchen knife. They're going to kill me. I'm just barely able to cling onto the of the corner, trying to buy whatever time I can. Call for help. I try calling for someone, anyone to help me, unsure if I can even be heard as my grip on the counter starts to slip. Call for a staff bot. My attacker has both hands on the back of my shirt and is pulling hard. One of my hands slits from the counter. I can't hang on much longer. I'm going to die. Call for Moon. Moon! Help me! My hand slits from the counter and I'm dragged back. I'm practically clawing at the floor, but the accustomed stranger yanks me back before pushing open the door to the kitchen, throwing me in. There's no lights on in here, so I'm almost completely drowned in darkness as I land on the cold tile floor save for the small beam of light coming from beyond the door. Looking behind me, I see that a bit of light starts slipping away as the attacker's silhouette starts to merge with the darkness, the red eyes being the only thing I see, and probably the last thing I'll see. The beam of light from beyond the door floods back into the room, and the gray rabbit is nowhere to be seen. My vision finally starts to clear up as I look towards whatever landed nearby. No, you little cutie! A different pair of red eyes looks back at me and lunges at me before two familiar robotic arms grab me and pull me back out of the kitchen into the atrium. I can finally see clearly, and the ringing noise is completely replaced by my racing heartbeat. Flying back from the atrium to the daycare, Moon's grip on me is so strong that he's on the verge of crushing my spine. Oh my gosh, that was so cute! I was scared we were gonna die. He finally starts to slow down as we pass over the daycare wall, the once eerie silence hanging over us. He makes a smooth landing on the floor, the cable on his back unhooking and retreating back to the ceiling as I'm placed on the ground. He doesn't let go though. It almost feels like his arms are shaking, or maybe that's me? I can't see his face. He's slouched in a way where my head is almost resting on his shoulder, and he's staring at the door. His arms finally loosen, as if He just lets out a relieved sigh before letting go of me. I myself can't find the words for what just happened. Whenever I open my mouth to speak, my mind completely blanks. Instead, I drop to the floor. My fight or flight is still kicked in, and my hands are shaking uncontrollably. Moon's expressions darken slightly. Does he want to say something? So I feel like in this game, Vanessa and Vanny are clearly different people. In the game, it's hard to tell, but in this game, I feel like it's clear because I'm like, why would she try to kill us, you know? His faceplate turns slightly, and he walks over to something on the floor a few yards away. My flashlight. He silently picks it up and returns it to me. I'm pretty sure I can hear his fans revving up, and he looks like he's deep in thought. He sits in front of me, resting his faceplate on the palm of his hand. Did she hurt you at all? I fidget with the flashlight a bit. Battery's dead. No. Thank God. Almost. I'm sorry for not being there sooner. It's fine. Oh, yes! Oh, I didn't want him to, not like us. You could have died. Well, I didn't. You still showed up quickly enough that it didn't happen, so barely. Why do you care so much anyway? I basically just got here and, well, you barely know me. This is my job. I don't just look after the kids that come here in and out of the daycare. Everyone that steps into the building is my responsibility. And now that includes you too, Jeremy. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have feelings now. Moon suddenly gets back up and walks over to the massive doors by the desk. Where are you going? Locking this place up. Whoever attacked you is still in the building. I can't leave you alone to deal with it myself, and bringing you with me is too risky. I watch as Moon moves various objects around in front of the door, from desk chairs to smaller play structures, basically anything decently heavy enough to barricade the door. Man, I can just imagine him doing that. Can you just lock it? I already did, but I'm not taking any chances. Eventually, I'm able to stand up again and go over to the charging dock by the desk to recharge my flashlight. Jeremy? I'm guessing you'd rather get out of here sooner than later, right? Not in a rush to leave by myself, really. I live alone, so... Oh. Still, you can't stay here forever. Nuh-uh. You don't know that. Well, whenever you want to keep going with the generators, just say the word. I love you, is that the word? Right. I remove my flashlight from the charging dock, and sure enough, it works. You know, if you're in the fandom within Sun and Moon, can you tell me, is this how they are in, like, the fandom space? Because I don't really know. I like their characters, but I don't delve into that side of the fandom. I'm mostly on the guard side of the fandom, like the early guard stuff. So if you can give me some insight, that'd be great. I turn it on and point it back at the structures. Shall we? Moon nods, and we waste no time finding the next generator. Thankfully, it works just fine now. With that over with, we go back to the desk to turn the lights back on. Speaking of, I wonder how Sun's taking all this. Moon did say they can both see and hear everything happening, even if they're not the one piloting the robot body. I catch a glimpse of the time as I'm turning the lights back on. 2 a.m. The daycare is slowly lit up, and as usual, the music comes back on. Even with the cheerful music, the mood remains heavy as ever. I think I'm going to leave this episode off here. So, hopefully there's a decent amount more, but I don't know. Since it's only 2 a.m., it takes a little while to get to each thing. I'm just going to leave it off here. I do want to say thank you all so much for watching. I will definitely make a part 2, so don't worry. And, yeah, I guess that's really it. Tell me how you felt about this game. Please support the person who made this game. It's really cool, and I really like it. I think it's great. And, I don't know, like, I like making visual novels, and so it's like, man, it kind of makes me inspired a little bit. But yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, and I will, of course, see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.